during daylight hours. Now, every night we'd come in, but they'd take us out there and drop us off. We went through several different training episodes, and one of them, they had a big ship that wasn't that big, but it was a ship that had like an LSU, landing ship tank, and on the back of it they had a big steel tower, and we had to wear a flying suit, but we didn't wear a parachute, but we wore the harness, and so they'd hook us on to that tower, and we had to jump off the back of the boat that's dragging us along, and you had to get your parachute harness off, and of course you flip-flop on there. But then the Navy had a SEAL team there that was supposed to come by and pick you up with an arm hook. They'd come down, and SEALs would be in a rubber boat attached to their bigger power boat, and first time you go through that, you think that boat's going to run over you because they got to get real close, and you're supposed to hold your arm up. As soon as that hook goes over, you're supposed to grab this arm and swing you into that rubber boat. Man, that's tough, I tell you, because boom, boom, it's over with before you know it. But that was one exercise. Another one, we had to go on a 5-man rubber raft, jump off the boat, and inflate the raft, get into it, 5 of us, and get back to shore. And they take us out far enough to where we just barely see the shore. And wherever you landed, you had to carry that raft back to the starting point on shore. And it's pretty hard to, first time you do it, and you kind of wondering where the shore you want to be at. And the closer you get to the shore, the more you try to adjust to that point. But you may be way down here and it's way up here by the time you get ready to adjust. And then we had to do a 20-man raft the next day. And so we did something every day. And that was an experience there. And just stuff like that. This is all Vietnam. Yeah, that was Tuiwa. That was a little town we were stationed near. We had different fences around. This was the most outer fence. And then as you got in, the fences were a little better shape.
Who's taking those pictures?
Well, this picture came out of a photo lab there in Tuiwa. They had a team of aircraft photographers, and I knew them, and so it was easy for me to ask for pictures. And let me see what else. This book here, this was from the time I went in the Air Force till I got out, and different things. Well, that was a presentation we had, and there was my enlistment papers. There was 5 of us from Dallas went in together, joined together.
Like friends, or just having to join up?
I knew 3 of them personally. I mean, we roller skated together and did things, but a couple of them, they lived in Dallas area, and they just inducted us all the same day.
Ben Burns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this was related to us, and this was some more guys. And we went to Lackland to basic training. So that's when I went in. That's when I did different things in the Air Force,